All right, here are some formulas from trigonometry or some ideas from trigonometry that will come up once in a while in this course. I mean, I could say everyone should know about the law of sines and law of cosines. They are very famous results from trigonometry. Have some interesting history, as I recall, too, although I don't remember all of it. But anyway, um, hopefully nobody's running out screaming right now because sometimes when you put up a lot of math formulas, they can be a little bit intimidating. There is so much information in math classes on these, and I take a very pragmatic view and look at these as problem-solving tools. There are some pitfalls that come up with, like, there's I think the ambiguous case for triangles, if you want to Google that or saw that in a math class. But most of the time, what works in physics is you just draw a picture and make sure to think of all the possibilities and then work your way to a solution. You don't necessarily need to know all the mathematical theory, but these basic formulas, like I said, they do come up once in a while. You don't need to memorize them. I think law of cosines, though, is maybe one of my favorite ones here. I definitely have that one memorized, although if you're anything like me, I always struggle to remember whether this was a plus or a minus, and don't let a mathematician get hold of this video because they might laugh at me for that. But again, it's something I usually have to think of some simple example to make sure I understand which one is correct for that if I can't look it up. Let's say the arc length formula is also, this one's really simple, straightforward to know. I kind of remember this one based on it's kind of got a simple relationship to circumference. I think we're going to see that maybe come up in an example. And then here's the area of a sector formula. This one's a little less simple. And this one maybe and law of sines, like I don't see them come up as often or even at all very much, very rarely perhaps in this course, especially the law of sines. This one I think does come up a little bit at one point when we're looking at rotations. And when we do, I'll happily bring it back up and talk about it a little bit because it's easy to forget this stuff. And that's why, sometimes it can be just really intimidating. It is to me to just put a bunch of formulas on a screen and say, y'all know this, right? Because even sometimes people do that, and I've been doing this a while, and my first gut reaction is, "What? I'm supposed to know all that?" And then I start looking at them some more, and sometimes I realize, okay, maybe I do know something. But again, it's very easy to get intimidated by that. So I encourage everyone not to do that. To realize you do have the time to refamiliarize yourself with this stuff, get some practice doing them examples. We're going to look at a few examples with a few of these next here, so feel free to check them out. But at the same time, don't go back and like read a whole math book if you feel like you're too rusty, because that could definitely take a lot of time that maybe you'd rather not spend. That's at least just the advice I'm going to give.